absolutely fantastic! The ultimate advanced biomechanical beast is here. Chogokin RZ-041 Liger Zero. This piece is a special collaboration between Bandai and Takara Tomy, bringing us one of the coolest Liger Zero figures ever. With a fantastic sculpt, diecast, LED feature, and insane articulation, Liger Zero really is amazing. Before we find out how fantastic Liger Zero is, give this video a like, subscribe, and shop HLJ. Looking for an absolutely fantastic place to pre-order and import your figures? HobbyLink Japan is the place to go. HobbyLink Japan carries the latest and greatest figures, SH Monster Arts, X Plus, SH Figuarts, Chogokin, and so much more. Offering a variety of shipping options, a life-saving private warehouse feature, and fantastic seasonal sales, HobbyLink Japan is the way to go. Click the link in the description of this video and start shopping at HobbyLink Japan today. Liger Zero is in the 25cm scale, standing roughly 6 inches tall and 16 inches head to tail. Liger Zero looks great next to our other 25cm scale robot figures from various lines. The scale checks out, now let's see how well Liger Zero can move. The best way to show off Liger Zero's articulation is if we do this naked. So now we have all this armor off, let's jump in. Starting with the head, we can look up, down, left, right. The mouth can open up nice and wide. The neck can look very far down and very high up. It can also lean side to side. Moving on to the legs, starting with the backmost joint here, we can actually pull this piece out, which allows us to push the legs inward, which is really cool. At the next joint, it can actually rotate up and down fairly freely. Now this joint here is very tight. At the next notch, we do have a rotation. Then moving forward, we have a rotational joint here, and above that joint, we have another rotation point here, which is really cool. And as you can see, this figure's articulation is crazy. Once we get to the actual joint where the shoulder meets, we can tilt it inward and outward, which is very cool. The actual shoulder piece itself can actually rotate forward and backward a bit. Coming down the leg, we have a rotation at the top. We have fantastic ratcheting knees. We have a rotation here at the ankle. Moving down to the feet, they can tilt and spin very freely. For our claws, the side claw here can rotate very nice. For the claws on the foot, they can actually be flipped up and down, spread out, and we can also pop out the nice sharp nails. This is very cool here. For the torso, we have a very nice bend here, so we can bend all the way in and all the way out. We can also lean the torso, I guess. So we have this nice curve here going on in the body. Moving on to the legs, we have rotation here right at the hips. We have rotation at the second joint, and at the third joint we have another rotation, which is really cool. The top portion of the hips can actually rotate forward and backward, which is very nice. We have a thigh rotation. We have nice ratcheting knees yet again. We have a rotation here at the top of the ankle. The feet can tilt and swivel. The claws at the back can be individually moved and spread out. There are no smaller claws that pop out here. Finally, for the tail, the base of the tail is on a very solid and sturdy hinge that bends all the way up and all the way down. Then the tail itself is comprised of several ball joints. Now this tail is flexible, but it does feel like you could overextend this and pop things off. I'm not sure if something would break or not, but a very flexible, very posable tail. Now, let's re-armor Liger Zero so we can go over the articulation of the armor. At the top of the head, we can flip this fin up. We can rotate and flip these side fins out. Underneath the chin, we can flip this panel forward. The shock cannons under the chest can rotate and the barrels can retract. On the shoulders, The way these shoulder pads are connected, we can actually flip these out from the body, which is nice. Under the stomach, we can open up and spread out these wings here. For the jetpack, we can actually flip this up and move this around quite freely. We can even extend and expose the thrusters by pulling out the flaps, which is a very cool gimmick. For the thruster on the back, we can actually pull it out. Now for a cool gimmick, we can actually lift up the neck, revealing, I guess, this metallic crimson power sphere, so we can slide this in and out and remove the sphere from its apparatus. Now I'm not sure if this is a power source or possibly a bomb. Let us all know in the comments below. As you can see, there has been a ton of thought and engineering put into Liger Zero's articulation. They went all out here trying to replicate a big cat. Now something to be aware of, when moving Liger Zero around with the armor on, things can feel a little delicate due to all of the sharp points. I myself was getting a little paranoid I was going to break some of the sharper ends off on the armor. My advice, take your time when moving Liger Zero around and you'll be just fine. You'll be shocked at how posable Liger Zero really is. When it comes to sculpt and paint apps, Liger Zero is absolutely fantastic. The head has a detailed angular armored white and off-white sculpt with various panel lines, decals, and vents. The eyes have an angular translucent red sculpt. The teeth have a long sharp metallic gold sculpt. The shoulders have angular panels with the Zero decal. We can see the gunmetal and red inner workings of the legs along with knee and shin guards. The claws have a sharp angular metallic gold sculpt. The nails have an even sharper gold sculpt. Going across the body, we have various vents, panels, and other mechanical inner workings. Under the chest, we have our pair of gunmetal shock cannons. We have the white metallic gold wings at the waist. On the back, we have our white jetpack unit with various decals, gunmetal, and off-white vents. We have gunmetal thrusters inside of the jetpack. On the hind legs, we have the same angular armor with different decals and vents. Finally, we have our long, detailed, multi-segmented armored black tail. At the end of the tail, we have our large detailed beam gun with white, gunmetal, and dull gold paint apps. Liger Zero has a cool feature that really sends this figure over the top, and that feature is an LED feature. To activate, flip up the face panel, remove the pilot and cockpit panel, and then flip the switch underneath. We're getting into the accessories here a bit. When reinstalling the head, you will either have to reinstall the head without the cockpit and pilot, or use the translucent cockpit so the light is not blocked. This LED feature is nice, bright, and absolutely fantastic. There is something about the red glow that really makes Liger Zero feel alive here. I don't know what it is, but this is crazy cool. For accessories, we have pretty much already covered everything except for our large black stand with a nice mechanical sculpt. Each part of the stand is articulated and locks at the base, neck, and head, providing excellent support for Liger Zero. Now, let's do some city building. As a whole, Liger Zero turned out to be absolutely fantastic. The sculpt is well done, the paint apps are crisp, the accessories are cool, we have plenty of diecast, an awesome LED feature, and Liger Zero is fully posable. I was never really a fan of Zoids, but this fantastic figure has opened me up to giving the Zoid series another try. I'm super excited for the upcoming armor sets so we can see Liger Zero's various loadouts. I absolutely recommend picking this figure up. Now, how much does Liger Zero cost? I imported my Chogokin RZ-041 Liger Zero for $224, which is absolutely worth it. The second production run of Liger Zero is available for pre-order at HLJ right now. Click the link on screen right now or in the description to pre-order yours today. To see more Chogokin reviews or learn about the buildings I use in my reviews, click the links on screen right now. Be sure to follow me on social media, definitely follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you guys in the next review.